Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the University of Manchester, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the School of Nursing, Midwifery and Social Work graduation ceremony in the splendid surroundings of the Whitworth Hall. In particular, I would like to welcome your families and friends who are sharing this special occasion with you. I know the immense sense of pride that your family members must feel as they see you graduate. When you are called upon to use your skills to treat and heal the sick, when you enjoy success, remember that you are where you are today because of the dedication and investment of others. Those of you who are graduating today have given yourselves a real competitive edge by completing a degree in Manchester. Your achievement in completing your qualification should not be underestimated, and you and your families and friends can feel proud of your accomplishment. It is important that each and every one of you receiving awards today share in the sense of occasion and understand that the university shares with you the sense of pride in the award that you have worked so hard to attain. In the same vein, we at the University of Manchester are also proud of our achievements as we make progress towards our ambitious goal of making Manchester one of the world's leading universities. You are the first group of students since 2004, when we created the new University of Manchester, who have been able to enjoy the campus as we had envisaged it, and not as a building site. It's been a pleasure to see students making full use of our new state-of-the-art facilities and the public spaces. Even I am the beneficiary of custom-built bicycle parking. We can now justifiably boast about some of the best facilities in higher education in the country. The iconic building opposite this hall, which houses the School of Nursing, symbolic of the new role that nursing as a discipline plays in this university, is the end result of a £650 million capital investment programme, the largest of any higher education institution in the UK. With over 34,000 students and an income of over £500 million a year, we believe that we can compete with the best in the world. Even though many of you are leaving, this will remain your institution. We refer to the university community as alma mater because this is where we hope that you have developed your sense of humanity and where you have become part of a community. You have become who you are because of your community. So we hope that graduating does not end your relationship with us. At the end of this ceremony, you will join a new community of more than 220,000 University of Manchester graduates living and working across the globe. Networks such as this become even more important at times like this, so make a special effort to join and play an active part. The Alumni Association will help you to remain in contact with the university and with each other through reunions, networking opportunities, the Alumni Magazine, and the Internet. As a graduate from the School of Nursing at the University of Manchester, you will be joining a very distinguished Hall of Fame. Manchester appointed the first Professor of Nursing, Jean McFarlane, in 1974, hence the name of your new building. The department was also involved in the transformational change of nursing in the 80s, in its focus on the nursing process and Project 2000, which planned for all nurse training to be attached to institutions of higher education. In the recent research assessment exercise, which compared the quality of research in every higher education institute in the UK, your school, the School of Nursing, was rated as the top nursing school in the UK. Your colleagues and teachers were rated by an independent group of experts as the best in the UK in terms of the research output and their power. You are extremely privileged to be part of such an illustrious school. Your training now is a million miles away from the primarily practical nurse education that was the norm when I graduated in medicine. The nursing role itself is changing. In our practice, which is based in one of the most deprived areas of Manchester, nurse practitioners are playing a leading role, working as partners with general practitioners, sometimes clinically managing doctors, and transforming our care for elderly housebound patients, patients with learning difficulties, terminally ill patients, and those with alcohol-related problems. They have pioneered the development of new services in our practice, and this is symbolic of the transforming role that nurses are playing in many areas of the NHS. As graduates of this university, you are also joining a Hall of Fame of incredible women who have studied or taught at Manchester. Marie Stopes, who pioneered family planning. Christabel Pankhurst, as the first woman to study law at Manchester, graduating in 1906, and who went on to use her legal skills to defend herself and many suffragettes in the campaign for equal rights for women. Irene Khan, who is currently the Secretary General of Amnesty International, is leading the fight for women's human rights in the developing world. And more modern-day examples such as Anne Coffey, Beverly Hughes, and Margaret Beckett, all MPs who have played leading roles in the current administration. I use these women as examples because, in my view, they all use their education to make a change in society. You may be graduating with a sense of foreboding. Outside the hall, the news is very worrying. We are in the midst of a recession which is already being described as the worst since the Second World War. If we think that things are going to be bad for us, imagine what it will mean for millions in the developing world. I feel a sense of outrage when I read headlines that tell us that nearly 1 billion people in the world will suffer from hunger as a result of this man-made recession. We are facing not just an economic crisis, but a moral one. What was the legitimacy of a system that pursued economic growth for its own sake, willfully disregarding the damage that was being done? Inequalities between those at the top of our society and those at the bottom are the greatest that have been for over 100 years. A university education should be a transforming experience, where I hope you have been encouraged to confront your own personal beliefs, values, assumptions, expectations, hopes, and fears. We hope that we have helped you develop global perspectives and encourage you to reflect on wider social and environmental issues. Think of the fact that you are graduating in a city where less than a mile away, in the area where my practice is based, children are still denied, through poverty, the opportunities that you have had, where the proportion of people who die of smoking-related diseases is much higher than in other parts of the country, where men and women have much lower life expectancy simply through the accident of where they were born. The average life expectancy of men brought up and living in Rusholme is 10 years lower than people who live in the richer parts of Manchester. Last year in my practice, I read the post-mortem report of a child who died at the age of 1 from severe vitamin D deficiency, a disease that we have known about for over 100 years and which could be treated easily. This, in the 4th richest country in the world, with universal access to healthcare. Why am I telling you this? Because as you graduate, I want you to reflect on these inequalities and consider the personal responsibilities that should make you informed and engaged citizens. You can, through your actions and the choices that you make in your future career, especially in your chosen profession, do things that can make a difference. You are fortunate because most of you will be entering an organization in which there has been unprecedented investment over the past 10 years. The health service is unrecognizable from what we had 10 years ago. I have witnessed the difference for my own patients who now have access to care with time limits which were unimaginable 10 years ago. The way that we are organized, the way that we work in teams, the changing role of the professions with nurses at the forefront has been transformed. All this might be under threat because of the economic recession. And my plea to you is not to be bystanders. Work together with your colleagues and other professions to preserve what has been achieved. Perhaps as never before, you will need to be involved in politics as well as the professional role that you've been trained in. You will have to question and challenge the prevailing orthodoxy. We come to universities not only to further our careers, but to become citizens. And in order to make good citizens, our responsibility as your teachers has been to educate people capable of building just, humane, and sustainable human communities on a small and exceedingly dangerous planet. Knowledge, wisdom, and humanity, to translate the Latin motto of the university, is what we have tried to impart. You may find it surprising if I say that the knowledge that you have acquired is secondary. With the total quantum of human knowledge now doubling every 6 years or so, higher learning is not essentially about acquiring a body of knowledge. It is about learning how to learn, about being open to new worlds of thought, improved ways of doing things, new technologies, new paradigms, new problems. A learning disposition is the most precious outcome of higher learning. Without it, a university education has a frighteningly short half-life. In less than 4 weeks, many of you will be starting your clinical practice. It will be exhilarating and frightening. You will be exposed to human suffering and love and hope in a roller coaster of a career. You will laugh and you will cry, and over time you will become wise. But you must never lose sight of the fact that as nurses, you have a special responsibility to develop and maintain your professionalism. What this means simply is that your values must encompass compassion, altruism, teamworking, integrity, excellence, and social justice. Our founding statement, read when we created the new university in October 2004, stated that we wanted to make our university a place where students, whatever their backgrounds, learn to pursue truth through rational inquiry, where researchers engaged in discovery are also teachers, where research is valued both for its own sake and for the betterment of the world, where academic freedom is encouraged and protected, where the cultivation of cognitive skills, independence of mind, intellectual integrity, and artistic expression promotes understanding and appreciation of the best that is known, thought, and created in the world, and where students and staff are encouraged, as responsible citizens of their own societies and of the international community, to embrace fundamental human and civil rights as the only just, sustainable basis for a humane civilization. That is a challenge that we now set you, to use the knowledge that you have gained, not only for your own and your family's achievement, but for the betterment of society, for tolerance and understanding. Education is what will help us to innovate, to challenge bigotry, and to embrace fundamental human and civil rights, and meet the challenges of the future. You have gained knowledge, you will learn wisdom. You are now in a privileged position in this country as students who have had access to higher education and graduated. Still only 40% of young people have this opportunity. Use that knowledge and wisdom. You have incredible opportunities in the NHS and in academia. The world is your oyster. Searching for words to summarize the challenges before you, I can think of none better than those of George Bernard Shaw. He said, "Most people look at things as they are and wonder why. We should dream of things that never were and ask, why not?" So on behalf of the university, I congratulate all of you who are graduating today on your academic and professional achievements, and I wish you every success in your future careers. Thank you.
Vice President, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing Practice with Honours, Rosalind Kenny. And in Nursing Adult with Honours, Kerry Arkwright Gregory. Amanda Jean Kano. Karen Jane Cleary. Jennifer Louise Mook. Marie Standring. And in Nursing Child with Honours, Holly Jane Gridley. Lucy Kate Lambert. Luke People. Thomas Pye. And for the Diploma in Professional Studies in Nursing Adult, Rabina Afzal. Inshaw Akbar. Danielle Almond. Michelle Appleton. Rachel Bainbridge. Claire Bates. Tanya Bell. Vanessa Jane Blackburn. Charlotte Marie Burke. Ruth Broadhurst. Kimberly Ann Burke. Claire Cash. Leanna Clack. Amanda Jane Clark. Melissa Marie Cleary. Nicola Cooper. Lauren Conarty. Janet Elizabeth Cordwell. Andrea Michelle Crean. Kelly Cubban. Joanne Mary Denby. Rebecca Dooley. Folake Fagbimi. Claire Foley. Claire Louise Fox. Colette Green. Samantha Hammett. Imelda Harrison. Charlotte Laura Elizabeth Heath. Natalie Sarah Heeds. Rachel Nesta Hughes. Andrea Ingham. Suzanne Kathleen Johnson. Roseanne Gracie Miranda Joseph. Asma Khan. Melanie Clousley. Amanda Lawton Jones. Jessica Maxwell. Jane Elizabeth McCoy. Jane Monks. James Montgomery. Bernadine Morn. Sophie Laura Mullen. Amanda Caroline Nixon. Zinhili Nyathi. Sujata Small Owl. Jessica Ruth Owen. Hannah Frances Parker. Kay Elizabeth Pickin. Sharon Sheila Pringle. Sarah Marie Ramsey. Jacqueline Ann Reed. Claire Suzanne Richardson. Derek Ridings. Kerry Sims. Angela Smith. Marie Smith. Danielle Stone. Rosanne Elsie Amy Stott. Jacqueline Sykes. Zoe Louise Thomas. Philippa Tidman. Marie Tunstall. Ellie Jane Carol Walker. Sandra Walker. And for the Diploma in Professional Studies in Nursing, Adult, Accelerated Graduate Programme, Emma Black. Jennifer Ann Blundell. Andrew Dodd. Tamara Merry. Michelle Mitchell. Lucy O'Dwyer. Vicky Smith. Helen Thompson. Carolyn Georgina Whelan. And for the Diploma in Professional Studies in Nursing Adult with degree level credits, Claire Emma Bottomley. Victoria Catherine Bradbury. Lauren Buckley. Kelly Doreen Campbell. Nikita Jade Donnelly. Anna Marie Gibson. Andrea Jane Hanley. Kate Elizabeth Henshaw. Danielle Louise Howden. Robin McDonough. Philippa Jane Neville. Heather Elizabeth Oldfield. Louise Sarah Alembe. Nadia Claire Showman. Christina Smee. Kirsty Snelling. And for the Diploma in Professional Studies in Nursing Child, Head Helen Furness. Victoria Margaret Mail. Shalina Ayana Taylor. Rachel Marie Werry. And for the Diploma in Professional Studies in Nursing Child Accelerated Graduate Programme, Anika Jane Evans. Jenny Claire Goring. Rebecca Jane Payne. Kirsty Evelyn Russell. Katie Stamp. And for the Diploma in Professional Studies in Nursing Child with degree level credits, Claire Elizabeth June Beckett. Michaela Marie Considine. Nicola Greenwood. Laura Joanne Adele Newton. Rachel Louise Paul. Tony Marie Wood. And for the Diploma in Professional Studies in Nursing Mental Health, Simon John Cartwright. David James Clement. Adam William Dance. Emma Louise Duff. Catherine Agatha Gomez. Joanne Hallett. Emma Haywood. Michelle Louise Hinchley. Katie Marie Jones. Catherine Magilton. Ferrari McIntyre. Jessie Mafosa. Beverly Moran. Wynette Samkanji. Timothy Stokes. Samantha Jade Walsh. And for the Diploma in Professional Studies in Nursing, Mental Health, Accelerated Graduate Programme, Rachel Dillon. Rebecca Margaret Mary Garvey. Natalie Jackson. Emma Elizabeth O'Brien. Michelle Ratcliffe. Jennifer Allison. Elizabeth Janice Robinson. Sarah Thornton. And for the degree of Bachelor of Midwifery, Caroline Seaton. It's our custom here in Manchester at this time to invite the new graduates to stand and to put their hats on. Now, graduates entering the register, the nursing or midwifery register, for the first time are invited to say the affirmation. I will read the affirmation, and at the end, I will invite you to say, I so affirm. So I'll begin by reading the affirmation. I affirm that I will make the care of my patients my first concern. Treat every patient politely and considerately. Respect patients' dignity and privacy. Listen to patients and respect their views. Give patients information in a way that they can understand. Respect the right of patients to be fully involved in decisions about their care. Keep my professional knowledge and skills up to date. Recognize the limits of my professional competence. Be honest and trustworthy. Respect and protect confidential information. Make sure that my personal beliefs do not prejudice my patients' care. Act quickly to protect my patients from risk if I have good reason to believe that I or a colleague may not be fit to practice. Avoid abuse of my position as a nurse or midwife. Work with colleagues in ways that best serve patients' interest. In all these matters, I will never discriminate unfairly against my patients or colleagues. I will always be prepared to justify my actions to them. Now you reply after me, I so affirm. I so affirm. Thank you.
Today, we have celebrated the award of your degrees. Congratulations. On behalf of the University of Manchester, I extend to each of you our very best wishes for your future. I now declare the ceremony closed.